This is a video of the old country store reproduction that we have at the Chelmsford Historical Society on Byam Road in Chelmsford. And I'm just going to go around to give you an idea what this old country store looks like and what's on the shelves. And this is a reproduction of a store that was at Sturbridge Village, and it was built approximately 28 years ago here in Chelmsford. But this is what a store of around the year 1900 would have looked like. You could see some of these old products on the shelves. And I see my good friend Fred Merriam over here. Hi, Fred. Fred's a very active member of the Chelmsford Historical Society on the board.
I'm glad to see you in the store today. We don't have the potbelly running because it's nice and warm outside.
Is this a potbelly?
But you're welcome to the potbelly's right behind you.
Oh, right behind me, yeah.
And in the wintertime, of course, we'll have that cranked up. So if
Nice.
you want me to grind a pound of coffee, we're ready with our grinder.
Oh, there's the old-fashioned coffee grinder there.
We can weigh whatever you need right here.
And weighing things here. Look at that scale, the
But I wanted
old-fashioned
to tell
scale.
you, we're at summertime. We want to make sure our pies and cakes don't have any flies on them. So we have a special screened container. So if you want one of our blueberry pies, okay, we keep it right here in this container.
Nice, oh, beautiful.
If you're interested in a piece, you go ahead and scoop one out there, and we'll ring you up, okay?
We definitely don't want any flies on our pies.
we have about 40 dozen eggs today, so if you want some eggs, we have a carrier here so that you can carry them safely, and then return the carrier when you're through.
This whole carrier, people would return that.
Sure.
That's amazing. These days, people buy the little cardboard boxes.
In recycled cardboard, I think, in the future, but we're using wood and wire.
Nice. So that was a form of recycling as well, right?
Yes, it was, yeah. And of course, whatever you get, we'll wrap for you with a paper. It's got a nice cutter right over here. We just pull the paper
and cut it off over here. Yeah, I see. Yes. Yeah, nice. Nice. So, and here's some sample eggs over here, I see. So, what is that?
So this, I'm not sure why it's up here on top of the counter today, but usually we use this to deflect the heat from a fire. So if you're sitting in a chair, you can set this next to the fire so the fire won't overheat your legs. It'll deflect the fire back toward the fireplace.
Wow, nice.
I think it was just set up here because somebody thought this was a display area for some reason. We're trying to do business here.
Oh, right, yeah.
So, we'll stamp your receipt. Of course, we have the latest technology for stamping time, date.
Yes, nice.
Receipt. Someday I think they're going to invent something made of plastic, but plastic's not invented yet, so we don't worry about it just now.
Yes. Yeah.
And we can weigh your eggs and categorize them, for grade A, B, C.
Oh, is that what that was for?
Yeah, well, you put your egg right on here, and it'll tell you right here.
Oh.
The grades are extra large, large, medium, and small. So
nice.
Heavier it is, the more it weighs. So we have some right here, and these eggs, I'm not sure what grade, so let's check out and see what they are. I'll set this down. Let's put it down. Okay, that is a small. That's a small egg right there.
I see, yes.
So I have a feeling that all you're going to be able to get today, Tom, is small.
Small eggs, I see.
And I'll cash you out on this register right here.
Yes. That's a nice old-fashioned register, right?
It says $4, but I think you could buy quite a few dozen eggs for $4. So
that's for sure. Yeah.
You can use that carrier there. You can carry a few dozen in the carrier and take them home and make yourself a big omelet.
Yeah, nice. And this must be an old calculator?
Right, it's for a Burroughs calculator.
Oh.
And this is used for adding, and it'll punch up a nice receipt. So each item that you give me when you check out, okay, I'll punch it. And then we'll have a actual printed receipt right here that you can take with you. And if you don't, if you think I charged you too much, or even worse, if I charged you too little, you can check and make sure that the numbers came out right on here. But it's only as good as my ability to get the numbers right when I get.
That's in the old days. These days they just scan them without even putting something in the register, right? They just scan the items.
I haven't heard the word scanning before, but
oh, that's what they call it?
I don't know what scanning is.
When you got the food. I see.
When you take the paper.
Oh, yeah.
You read it.
Yeah.
You can scan it with your eyes.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Doesn't make too much sense, but whatever terminology you'd like to use is fine.
Yeah, thank you, Seth. Yeah, here we are in 1900, so
We have some good medicines for you if you have
yes,
anything that ails you right now.
sarsaparilla, remember that?
Yeah, this is
That's good stuff.
Now for colds and coughs, now these are Mr. Eyre. Of course, the town of Eyre is named after him, but
Oh,
he had his factory right here in Lowell, and Father John too in Lowell. I think that Father John's building may still be there in Lowell. And notice that it isn't just for relief of coughs and colds. Okay, it cures coughs and colds. So I want you to note that.
yes.
If you do have a cold, okay, Father John will cure whatever it is that ails you.
Nice.
This is one of our modern horseless carriages.
Yes, yeah.
No feed necessary, and you can park it and forget it. You don't have to go and clean it out every night and that sort of thing.
Yes, nice.
And this is just for rich people. The king ate. I
Yeah.
think actually, I'm going to check. I think this is one of our local boys. It's the no, actually, it's in Detroit, Michigan. I was wrong. It's a touring car. No, that's
Oh, I see. Yeah.
that's
No,
not for Chelmsford people. That's for rich people down in Boston.
Boston. Yeah. Nice.
So these are some more ads. Haynes Apperson. Now, there's the latest. This is going to be the biggest thing in automobiles. Okay.
Yep.
Someday in the future, maybe 100 years from now, okay, everybody's going to be driving a Haynes Apperson.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to like this. It's unique. It has its own type. It's proved the best for American roads, better than foreign types. Now, note that, better than foreign types. You never know. Somebody in a foreign country might try to send the car over here. Better than the so-called American type of motor car. It's the oldest make in America, one of the oldest in the world, and the most thoroughly developed. So you watch this company. Put all your money on Haynes Apperson. They're going to be the future of automobiles.
Will be.
So this clock, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about Parkhurst Store, which is where Route 110 and Route 129 and Chelmsford Center meet. And I
Yes.
think way off in the future, somebody by the name of McHugh is going to have an office in the building. But for now,
Yes.
this clock tells the time. It's kind of a commercial quality, not a very fancy clock. Has a weight,
Oh, yeah.
good for a week. So there's the weight right there.
Oh, I see. Nice.
So you wind it up, weight goes up, weight goes down, hands go around.
Nice.
So that's an example of just your basic commercial or industrial clock. And wanted to bring to your attention this thick rope over here.
Yeah.
And this thick rope over here goes over a wheel, which is up on the ceiling there. You see a large wheel?
Yes.
And you see a hook here too. It looks like a crane hook. Okay. Well, if you notice, the crane rope is wrapped around a skinny shaft.
Yes.
And the large wheel, that boy we just hired was messing around with it, and it came off the wheel. Okay,
Oh.
but we'll have him go up to the second floor and put the rope back over the wheel. But when you pull the rope
Yeah.
in this direction, let's say, this hook will go up,
Oh.
and it can carry a much heavier load than the amount of weight that you're pulling down on the rope. So the stock boy that we just hired recently, we can bring goods in through the loading door over on the side, bring it over here. He can take it down to the basement for storage, or if it's dry goods, he can take it upstairs and put it up on the second floor and just move it over. So it's
Wow.
it's like we call it, and we came up with a new word called an elevator.
Oh, I see.
So yeah,
Nice.
it's a goods elevator to
Wow.
bring things in the store. And you notice there's a hook in the floor here, so the floor opens up, and
Yeah.
this hook just goes right down, so we can take the heavy things like
Wow.
kegs of nails or things of that sort,
Yeah.
and store those down in the basement.
Wow.
So that's what this is for. Not too many people know about that.
Yes. Yeah.
There's a little explanation here. It's called the differential windlass horizontal wheel and axle.
Yes. Wow.
Drums of different diameters, and use it to raise or lower barrels or drums. And it was
Nice.
used in Parkhurst Store. Now, it was donated by Bradford Emerson, so I don't know how S.W. Parkhurst, who owns this store with the windlass, I'm not sure how it came into Bradford Emerson's hands, but someday I guess that will be explained and people will understand where the name Bradford Emerson came from. But for now, this was S.W. Parkhurst's store.
Wow.
With the clock and the differential windlass. So we had a marvelous transportation innovation back in 1804, and it was called the Middlesex Canal.
Nice. Right. There's a
And
sign for it, looks like.
This was started.
1804.
It was started back in 1874. At least the incorporation was started, and it was actually opened in 1804, 1794. So that's about 10 years in the construction.
I see, yeah.
And it allowed goods to go from Middlesex Village. Now that's East Chelmsford, okay, part of Chelmsford, and it allowed those goods to go all the way to Boston, down through 7 or 8 different towns.
Wow.
And
In the Middlesex
you could carry
Canal.
very heavy loads very inexpensively.
Nice, nice.
So what happened? People could go. They could go down about 6-hour ride and come back the next day. So go one way one day and the other way the next day. And it was towed by a horse, and a young boy would manage the horse to go in a path alongside the canal.
Nice.
It was about 40 feet wide, and it was shaped like a trapezoid.
Yeah.
And but one side had a pathway on it.
Yes.
So this is an amazing innovation in transportation. I wanted you to know about it because it's really exciting.
Yes,
And it's actually one of the first in the country. Maybe not the first, but
wow. Right through
some
Chelmsford.
people have said it's the first, okay? I won't make that claim because I don't know what's going on in the rest of the country because we have no way of communicating other than newspapers.
Yes.
And, I don't read all the newspapers in the world. So, so I wanted you to know about that.
Well,
Now, it says 1852, okay?
Yes. Yeah.
So time has passed, and now we're in the late middle 1800s. Well, what happened was a new invention was taking the country by storm in England. So entrepreneurs here in the United States thought, gee, the canal freezes in the winter. We're kind of tired of being stuck. We can't get our goods to Boston in the wintertime.
Yeah.
What if we had one of those newfangled railroads like they have over in England?
Yes.
So everybody wanted it because it's a next step up in technology. The canal was fine, and it's still going to serve until 1852, but in the 1830s, we're going to build a railroad. The canal is going to take the ties, which they were actually granite in the first version, and take them down the canal and drop them off. And then the workers are going to build a railroad. In many cases, it goes right next to the canal.
Yeah. Nice.
So what they didn't realize is that it was going to put the canal out of business. So in 1852, the canal was kaput.
Because we had the railroad.
And then the land got gradually sold off. It officially, they unincorporate, it's an official process. So now the land is up for grabs, so people can go in and they can purchase the land and they can build on it and fill it in and do what they want.
Wow.
And maybe someday in the future, far, far away, people will get interested in their history and they'll go and research and maybe save some of the old sections before it all gets filled in and farmed. People are going to want to all fill in the trapezoidal canal and grow things. We're all farmers here in Chelmsford, so so that's what's going to happen. And maybe someday they'll uncover some of the pieces of the canal and it'll be a popular attraction. So.
Well, thank you very much for giving us a tour, and you certainly know the history of Chelmsford. I guess you probably worked in the store quite a while or something, or worked in the town, or maybe even wrote some history books for Chelmsford. I would think so, but there's a great historian named Fred Merriam who did that.
Maybe in another life, in the future.
Yeah, in the future. Fred Merriam, I think he's going to write many, many books of the history of Chelmsford, and we're so lucky to have him. And we're lucky to have you here today. Thank you very much for giving us the tour of this general store at the Chelmsford Historical Society, Barrett-Byam Homestead. Thank you.
Glad to have you visit the store with this strange-looking device
Yeah, that I'm using, yes.
with lights and funny-looking things on it.
Yeah.
What does it say? Oh, there's a word on it. It says HD, high definition. I have no idea what that means, but thank you very much for coming by the store.
Thank you very much for the tour. We appreciate it. I'm here at the 2018 Chelmsford Historical Society Farm Fair with Becky Warren. How are you, Becky?
I am doing great, Tom. Thank you. How are you?
Great, great.
Isn't this
Thanks.
a great day?
Great day. I think this is the biggest turnout ever, maybe,
I
for
would
the
agree
farm
with
fair.
you. Perfect weather, not too
Yeah.
hot, not too cold. We
Yes.
got some blue sky and sunshine.
Thank God we do this in September and not the 4th of July when
Oh
it's
my-
boiling every
Oh
year.
my gracious. I think we took a little note from our farmer friends, and we're doing it in harvest time, which
Yes,
is the good
which
time
is
to
great.
do it.
And what do you think about the farm fair this year? The turnout's great, and we have so many booths and everything.
You know, we have many more booths. We've got wonderful things like hay rides still happening here, and
Hay
I'm
rides, yeah.
happy to know that people are embracing, the farming base of Chelmsford. From when Chelmsford was first established in 1655,
Yes,
it
yeah.
was all farmers and a few tradespeople. And to be in 2018 and still celebrate and honor the agricultural heritage of Chelmsford, that's fantastic.
It is fantastic. In fact, you're doing tours of Historical Society Barrett-Byam Homestead today, right, Becky?
In the homestead, I did a tour at 1 o'clock. We had about 30 people of all ages, so folks are interested in learning more about the town they live in and learn about the past a little bit of what happened in Chelmsford years ago.
And speaking of the past, has your family been in town since the 1600s, Becky?
Oh my goodness. 1699, a Warren was married, and this was a wedding gift. So the wedding gift was the farm that my family has run since 1699. And matter of fact, just this summer I was out there tossing bales of hay with my family, including my mom. She drives the truck, we load the hay, and we have a great time.
Wonderful. Wow, you do such a great job, Becky. And you're also a ranger in Lowell, aren't you?
So my
For the
other
National Park?
my other hat is a Park
Yeah.
Service ranger hat, and so Monday through Friday I work at Lowell National Historical Park as a ranger, and my job is to help students going on field trips to Lowell to visit the national park and learn about the stories.
That must be a great job, right, Becky? Perfect for you.
It's wonderful, especially when, I'm working on some paperwork and I can just walk down the hallway and I can listen to fourth graders weaving on a hand loom and making cloth and talking about how they love it and they want to be able to buy a loom for themselves. I mean, talk about immersive history and hands-on history. And you know what? I think that's what Farm Fair here today, people are able to do and see. They're not just looking.
Right,
They're
right.
able to see a live animal. They're able to taste maple syrup. They're able to taste cider.
Cider, yeah.
And if they can touch and learn that way, I think it will last for a long time.
I think so, Becky. Well, thank you so much for helping with the Historical Society. You're a past president of the Chelmsford Historical Society, and you come every year to the farm fair, help out every year at the farm fair. Thank you very much, Becky.
Oh, my pleasure, and thank you, Tom.
So I'm here with John Goffin at the Barrett-Byam Homestead in September of 2018 at our annual farm fair. I think it's our 17th annual, right, John?
That's right, correct.
So, John, what's your title here on the board of directors?
My title is the house manager for the Barrett-Byam Homestead, and basically my position is I take care of the homestead as far as the vendors, the landscaping, all of the, whatever it takes to make the house maintenance-free, call the plumbers when needed, basically what any property manager would do for a property. The Barrett-Byam house is 1753 roughly, and 1754, so it needs a lot of work and a lot of care. So that's my position as a volunteer.
1754 or something. Wow.
Yeah,
That's old, huh?
1754.
So you're doing a great job, John. I see you here when I bike by every day, and you're here quite often working on this homestead. So thank you very much.
Well, it's a wonderful place to work. I like to volunteer for this society. It's a passion that's really over the last 15 years or so that I've been here, and it's a lot of work. But we have several projects going on, so that's why I've been here a lot.
Yeah.
We've just had this beautiful place painted. All of the woodwork, all of the rot fixed. We've had the entire place has new roof, new paint, new garage doors. So we're well into the next 20 years out, hopefully, before we'll have to look at any kind of major maintenance for the building on the outside.
That's fantastic.
Which is
Do you
really
want
nice.
me to zoom along the side here just to show people Lisa's side of the Barrett-Byam Homestead, so you could see the nice paint job they did, at least on this side,
Absolutely.
thanks to the Chelmsford Historical Society and the Board of Directors
Absolutely.
and the trustees and John Goffin.
Whoever, where the board approves the projects and then we go forward with them.
No, and you're doing a great job, as I said, John. And did you want to mention something about all the volunteers for the Historical Society or something?
With the farm fair as a major, today of course a major event, if it wasn't for the volunteers, well over 50 or so volunteers that we have here, this wouldn't go off as well as it does. There's a lot of things to consider. We have the volunteers that have put our fantastic Sturbridge store that's inside the building together through I'm sure many hours of volunteerism. All of the displays inside the museum, all were put in by volunteerism. There's no, we don't pay anybody to work here. Everybody comes in on their own event. On their own.
Volition?
Yes, yes, exactly. So, but this wall is one aspect of volunteerism where the wall needed repair. Through several volunteers throughout the town of Chelmsford, who came in and to put the rocks in place, to get the materials here, to get this project done on a timely basis.
Wow.
And there is a little bit of labor cost involved, but we have to expect that with most projects. But again, a volunteerism, and this wall will have subscribed in it a volunteer garden created by. It's either going to be volunteers, created by volunteers most likely. So we'll have that inscribed in this rock. So volunteers can come here, and if they want to plant certain flowers that are special to them, hopefully they'll do that, and we'll have this particular garden with all different types of flowers from volunteers.
That sounds great, John.
Sure. So again, there's between the apple trees that we have that volunteers take care of, our grapevines that volunteers take care of, our bees that volunteers take care of.
The garden in back too?
The garden in back,
back?
we have every vendor that came today is all volunteer vendors. It's just that's what makes this society work.
Yes.
And we're very lucky to have the large board that we have, because most organizations are having a tough time getting volunteers to come and support it and make it work.
Yes, yes.
So,
well, thanks to volunteers like you, John, the Historical Society is thriving and doing very well. Our farm fair today was probably the best attended ever, I think.
yes,
And
we
the
did.
largest ever. I think we added some new features this year, like face painting and rock painting.
Right.
And we had 4 horses this year, 3 horses and a pony. And
a partridge in a pear tree.
so we had a
it
lot
all.
this year. And we're pretty much filled in now. Oh, we had live music there today too. Everything.
Yes, right.
The
Here comes
girls.
another tractor, by the way.
Okay. Well,
Bringing
thank
another
you
hay.
very much, John, for being with us today.
Thank you very much for having me.
I'm at the 2018 Chelmsford Historical Society Farm Fair, and I'm here talking with Lisa Bougoulas, the co-owner of the South Chelmsford Agway. How are you, Lisa?
Good, Tom. And you know what? You did a great job organizing this farm fair this year. Great turnout. It's so much fun.
Thank you so much, Lisa. And you come every year with your husband, Manny, and you bring a booth for the Chelmsford Agway, right?
Yep, I do.
And what do you do in the booth? You don't generally want to sell things today, right?
No, just more like we have flyers out and coupons, and we talk about the Winter Farmers Market coming up. Things like that, and let people know what we have in the store.
And speaking of the Winter Farmers Market, when does that start, Lisa, this year?
November 3rd. It's coming up quick.
November 3rd.
Yeah.
And how many years have you been doing the Farmers Market,
This will
Lisa?
be my 9th year.
Your 9th year, wow. And you do a great job with that, Lisa. You organize that, right?
Yes, I do.
In addition to your other job that you have in accounting, is it?
It is accounting. Yep.
Wonderful,
Yep.
wow. So you organize that. So what kind of people or booths will be coming in this year?
A lot of the, same people, but I have a lot of new ones too, so it'll be exciting. In the middle, we have Jones Farm for the produce.
Yeah.
We have a seafood vendor. We have a farm that has beef and pork. And then I have a bakery, and then I have bagels, winery, empanadas. He'll be back every week. Everyone loves their empanadas.
Yeah. And the maple syrup company, they're coming back?
Syrup, no.
The woman...
She's selling the farm. We'll actually have this maple syrup person coming this
Oh,
year.
nice.
So.
Oh, there's Jamie. This is Jamie's
Yep.
Cooking Buckets maple syrup,
Yep.
right?
So
nice.
we have a new maple syrup person and a new jam and jelly and pickles.
New jam and jelly and
salsa.
pickles? Wow, nice.
Yep.
So it's going to be another great year. I'll come down and say hello to you, of
That'd
course.
be great.
And you have Tim selling coffee again, did you
Yes,
say?
Muddy Waters Coffee.
Muddy
Actually,
Waters?
he's going to be out front every week with his new coffee truck, because that way he said he could do more. He could do lattes.
Oh, nice.
Everything, you name it.
Wonderful.
You know,
So he has
all
a
sorts
truck.
of coffee drinks. Yep.
How's he doing with his truck, do
He's
you know?
doing great, I guess.
Okay.
I see him on Facebook. He's everywhere.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're holding Maximus, right? Your
Yep.
dog, he's about 3 years old now?
Yep, that's Max.
Hey, Maximus! And how's Maximus? He's a King Charles
Cavalier
Spaniel.
King Charles.
King
Yep.
Charles
Yep.
Spaniel, right? Spaniel
Yes,
dog.
yep.
And he's a great dog, right? In fact, he
He
was
is.
so good you adopted a similar
another
King
one.
Charles about 6 months ago.
No, actually, she's only 4 months
4
old.
months
2
old,
months
yeah.
ago, I got her.
Wow! And how's she doing?
She's great. They wrestle like you wouldn't believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow! And you have a cat or two at home too, and chickens.
Cats. 2 rescue cats. Yep.
2 rescue cats, and
Yep.
how many chickens now?
6 chickens now.
By the way, we did a show with you with your chicks in the. Was it
That's
this
right.
past spring?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
actually,
nice.
yeah.
That came out nice.
Yep, and we'll have another free seminar at one of the farmers markets on how to raise chickens in your
Oh,
backyard.
wonderful,
And
wonderful.
beekeeping. So.
And
Steve
beekeeping.
over
Oh,
there, he'll be
nice.
coming and doing a free seminar on how to do beekeeping.
Wonderful. That's
Yeah.
great. So I'll be coming down to visit you, and hopefully everybody will. It's South Chelmsford Agway,
Yep.
which is one, what, Maple Road is it called, right?
24 Maple Road,
24
right
Maple
across from Byam Elementary School, and it starts November 3rd,
November
Saturday,
3rd.
10 to 2.
It runs through about February,
Through
is
the end
it?
of February. Every
Nice.
Saturday and no weeks off.
Nice. Well, thank you very much, Lisa, for
Thank you,
talking
Tom.
with us. I'll see you at Agway.
All right. Bye-bye.